thank you. You know, this story sort of evolved very slowly and painfully on Monday morning, and uh, you know, I must say my first inkling of this was driving to work Monday morning. I heard on the radio that there was a Baron from Midway headed to Lawrence that crashed in the Chicago area, and I must tell you, I immediately thought of him and thought, oh my gosh, I hope that's not Dr. Rahman, because I knew he flew a Baron and this plane was headed to Lawrence, and I just was so fearful of that when I heard that. We get to work, another doctor called me and said, did I know about this plane wreck, and they had already called somebody and found out that the tail number matched Dr. Rahman's plane, so now we assumed the worst because it seemed the circumstantial evidence began to mount. Of course, the office staff, you know, were expecting their doctors to be here Monday morning, and they weren't. And since there was nobody at home, I mean, I think there was no reason to think anything was wrong until they didn't come to work that morning. We got calls from Providence wanting to know if we knew anything about where she might be, because she obviously had not come to work at Providence on Monday morning, and our staff was trying to find these doctors. We were calling them and paging them, and then this story came out about this plane wreck and then the tail number, and then all of a sudden it's like beginning to dawn on people, oh my gosh, this is our doctors. And I can tell you that you know, you come to work on Monday morning, you don't expect anything like this to be what you're up against. These doctors had full loads of patients to be seen and work to be done, and of course the staff is just distraught and emotional. These guys were so well loved, and just trying to get your arms around something like this. I know that we had people from our employee assistant program and our chaplains were immediately on the scene trying to help people, but it's you know, it's hard to know what to say to people in an event like this, except to just share with them that, you know, you understand. You know, it just reminds us all how short life is sometimes, but this has been a long, difficult process for people. I'm sure we'll continue to have, I know there are several meetings scheduled with counselors and chaplains, and we will have the service, and we'll just continue to provide as much support as we can for people.
Tara with Sun-Times Media Group. I'm wondering if there were other doctors who were also, you know, of Pakistani origin, who were in the area, who kind of were in their circle and friends with them, that you also know of, or do you not have any more doctors like that anymore? Is there continuing? I mean, how did they come to work for you also?
Dr. Conchwala's wife, Maria, was already at Providence while he was finishing his fellowship, so I know that he was looking for a job in the Midwest, in the Kansas City area, because she was already there, and we had an opportunity to meet him and interview at Stormont, and he chose to come here. Those docs lived in Lawrence because she commuted to Providence and he commuted to Topeka, and it was a kind of midway in between, and that was a perfect location for them.